Hey friends, I recently showed this card on Instagram and Facebook, and I was asked how I built it, if I could make a tutorial. So the mechanism of the Openable hive is based on a technique by Jennifer McQuire, and I will link to her video. I did a few modifications, so I thought I will create a quick and basic tutorial on what I did. And hope this will help you. So to build a card, you need to die cut a beehive 3 times and a long cardstock strip. The height doesn't matter. You can adapt that to your needs, but it needs to be long. And we need to score it at approximately 2 inches and 2 1/4. So this part needs to be 1/4 inch. And then you need a card panel that we can attach to our card base later. If you plan to have your circle, the inner circle, attached to the hive, I would recommend to die cut a circle that's bigger than the opening, to secure that inner circle back into place. And in my example, that's what I did. So I will go ahead and do that again. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for my scratchy voice. Unfortunately, I'm sick. Okay. So I've added that to my hive. And this will be the this part, so the inner part of the hive. And we will attach this piece to this 2-inch piece of our cardstock strip. To attach my hive, I will align this point to this first score line. And I'm making sure that everything is straight. Okay, so I aligned the most outer point of the hive to the score line, to the first score line. The next thing we need to do is to prepare our card panel. And I will use another hive because it has an open center, so it makes it easier. I will determine the place where I want to adhere my hive, and then mark the center. And then we need to cut a slit that is high enough for our cardstock strip. So this is why I said the height of the strip doesn't matter. You can just adapt your slit. So to cut the slit, you can use your scissors or an X-Acto knife. What I did, I used this this die from the Let's Toast pull tab, and cut the slit right in the center of my cardstock panel. Now we can attach our hive to our card panel, but we have to make sure that we just add adhesive to the right side of the hive to not hinder our mechanism from working. So I apply my adhesive to the right side, approximately 1/3 of the hive. So after adding the adhesive, I can feed my cardstock strip through our slit, bring the hive in the correct position, and then press it down. So you can see it's just adhered on the right side and our mechanism can work freely. So now we can cut off a piece of that cardstock strip and we will adhere that to this 1/4 of an inch tab that we created. So I will add some adhesive, double-sided adhesive tape to that small part. So I added the adhesive between these two score lines, so this 1/4 of an inch tab. And then I'll add this cardstock piece. And now when we pull our tab, you can see that it opens and closes like a hinge for a door or something. And now we can sandwich this cardstock piece between our 2 other hives. So since, for my example, I kept this open and just added the tool shaker, I will need to cut this piece down. So I will mark where I need to cut it. And cut the overhanging pieces off. And now we can sandwich it between our 2 hives. Okay, so now we have a hive that's openable by pulling the tab. So now we can add our pop-up bee to our hive. And what I did in my card is to not have the black base piece showing. I attached another piece of paper that I also decorated with the honeycomb stencil. So I cut another bee and I actually cut off the bee to just have the base piece, the base pieces. And for my black piece, I cut out or cut off the outer edge. So I cut right along the stitched line to make it smaller and being able to hide it under my decorative base piece without showing any black. Okay, so to add the bee to the hive, we just go ahead like we would do for the inside of a card. And what we have to make sure is that the wings don't overhang, because it would show. So we want to have the wings inside of the hive, so the whole bee. Okay, now when we open the hive, the bee will pop up. So we need to cut off the black pieces overhanging, and this was a little tedious to do. Okay, so now we can prepare our second set of base pieces to hide the black one. And for those, I laid them out where I want them to be, and then I drew a pencil line where they overhang the hive. And I did that with both sides. And then I cut this piece with the hive die. So I will cut it like this. And what I did is I looked from the back and lined up my pencil lines with the cut line of the die. So I die cut both pieces, and these can be attached to a bee like that, and this will give us a much cleaner look. So to attach the card panel to the card base, you just need to make sure that you don't put any adhesive underneath our pull tab, because it would stop our mechanism. So I attached my card panel with thin foam adhesive, and I just put it around the mechanism without touching it. So meaning you can have glue in these places. And then simply attach it to a card base. And then as the last step, you can cut off your pull tab to the correct length. Just like I have in my example. So I really hope that this quick tutorial will help you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them as far as I can. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.